Thanks so much for visiting Tea and Butty on YouTube. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello, and welcome to the Tea and a Butty podcast. I'm Dominic.
And I'm Erica.
Today's episode, we're going to be talking about same words in America and Britain that have the same meanings, but are spelled differently or spelt differently. There you go. Hey! Thank you very much, everybody. Yeah. Good night.
Yeah, before we get into the actual words, do you have a little bit of information as to why this is even a thing? Because
it's pretty much Noah Webster, who created the Webster's Dictionary, started all this nonsense up.
Nonsense.
All this nonsense, all this derogatory nonsense.
No, this is a serious kind of thing in forums and even just comment sections on
yes.
on, videos or on
arguing over which spelling is right, and people saying, well, actually it's right because we invented it.
It originated over here.
Oh, well, it sounds better because we did this and whatever, you know. It was Noah Webster who did Webster's Dictionary in the US.
Yeah.
It was mainly on nationalist grounds where he decided, we're going to change the spellings.
Just to be different.
Literally and superior. And, you know, there was that kind of thing. We're going to be superior. They're going to be superior to the actual original English.
Really?
That's what he had in mind for it.
What? Where did you get this information from?
I got it from several sources. But,
we're superior.
Well, that's what he said, you know. It was like, it's going to be the superior spelling.
Yeah. Well, people who are spelling snobs, you know, they know the etymology of words, and
yes,
you know, I can understand that. I guess they would they could possibly get on their high horse as to why one spelling is better than another spelling.
Yes, I mean, but I mean, really, at the end of the day, I mean, personally, I don't care.
No, I don't care either.
I don't care. It's only when I'm writing something down, someone goes, well, that's the wrong spelling. It's like, no, it's not. It's really not the wrong spelling.
To me, it's like, why are you arguing? I mean, they live in another country from us. Like, they spell it differently. Who cares? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like people writing in Spanish or French or Italian.
Well,
you know.
Speaking of French.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
What really amuses me is when you do have British people arguing that
it's all language in it, right?
Yes. That they invented the language, whatever, you know, and it's an argument over whether the U should be in a word or not. You know, the U to me being in the word looks very French.
Yeah,
it looks like a French.
It was derived from the Romance languages. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, so it's just like you invented the language, but it looks like
O-U-R, yeah.
But it looks like it's come from another country, not yours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It's like you're arguing, and it's just ridiculous in the first place.
I mean, some things that Webster did, you know, changes, they caught on in England.
Oh, yeah?
Like, he dropped the K at the end of music and public.
Oh, okay.
And they're spelt the same in Britain and America now, you know. And though they were many of his word forms were adopted in Britain too, you know, but then they became kind of like less used because a lot of people were like, oh, they're Americanisms. And this goes kind of along with our previous podcast about the class system, you know, like the upper classes, I imagine, got together and were like, oh no, we don't want all this. We've got to spell it our way.
Hey, we came from America.
And you know, then there's that kind of like thing. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie King Ralph. I think John Goodman's in it. Oh
God, years ago. Yeah.
It's kind of like that kind of thing, you know, where I think in the movie he's like, he's proclaimed King of England or something, isn't he?
Oh God,
and he's an American guy. It's like something happens to the royal family, they're all dead or something, and you know, it's like everybody in line to the throne. It's just him left, you know. And so he comes over, he's eating cheeseburgers, you know, and he's being all this freaking typical American. You know, that's where they get, like, the lower class from. You know, like America's all of you are the lower class.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And it's like, oh yes, and they got this thing like, oh, you know, like they did it during the wedding of Meghan Markle to Harry. You know, it's like all these people, you know, with the black preacher.
Yes.
Oh yes, the royal family didn't know what was going on. You know, like because England's so old and stuffy, and it doesn't know what's cool with the kids anymore. You know?
Yeah.
Or the royal family at least is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, this kind of thing started up with the spellings and everything, you know.
Okay, so what Dominic's talking about when he says Webster is obviously in Britain they use the Oxford
English Dictionary.
I
don't know
why I said obviously, because it's not necessarily obvious.
It is obvious. Everyone knows this.
But that's the dictionary, right?
I mean, yes, and it's the correct dictionary.
And then we use the Webster dictionary, but
yeah.
Some houses, I'm pretty sure my house growing up had both dictionaries, and why did you have
Oxford Dictionary in your house?
Because it's a dictionary.
Yeah, but I don't know. I didn't even know if it would be sold over here.
Yeah, of course it is.
Why?
There's other dictionaries as well. Webster is not the only dictionary.
Yeah, but Webster is the most famous one, you know.
And I don't know. We just had several dictionaries, and I probably until just a few years ago, it never occurred to me Oxford English Dictionary. You know, English meaning like England, I guess.
Yeah.
To me, it's just like
it's Oxford University.
To me, it's just like I speak English. It's an English dictionary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I
speak English.
It didn't occur to me growing up that there were any differences. Like I just thought like. You go to the grocery store and you're looking for like whatever, and there's several different brands. It's all the same product, but there's different brands. I thought that was the case with dictionaries.
Yes,
you know, it was like it's the same thing. It's like just pick one.
Yeah,
and,
I wouldn't have thought that Oxford
English
Dictionary would be sold over here.
Yeah, of course you.
But maybe it's on Oxford. Maybe it's like I don't know. It'd be interesting to look at it now to see if it's got the American spellings in it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because, you know, they're so rampant over here. You know, like, for example, removing the U from favor and flavor and everything like that.
So you think maybe they sell the Oxford English Dictionary over here, but it's like, it's an American
I've never looked
version?
it up, but maybe.
Huh. I don't know, yeah.
I've never looked into it, so.
I just always thought, like, you know, it's just a different brand of dictionary. Like, I didn't know Webster was a person.
Yeah, he was this guy.
Oxford meant, like... From Oxford, you know,
it's a bit
just
of a nationalist.
They're just different brands, you know.
We watched it, didn't we?
Yeah, what was that called? I think we've mentioned it in a podcast before.
Is it the etymology of the words and stuff, and the first dictionary of the English dictionary and everything? Because I mean, Samuel Johnson did it in England. He was the first one to ever come up with a dictionary and collect all these words, and he did it during. I think he had. Patronage of the Prince Regent when he did it, or maybe George III. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But you know, he did it first, and it was just like, you know, everything of the day. But then the Oxford English Dictionary decided, oh, we'll go, you know, instead of just collecting all the words in the English language together, let's find the etymology of these words. Let's find the history of these words. Let's find out where they go back. And, you know, that's how it started.
Where they originated, what they mean, why, why this part of the word is pronounced like this.
Yeah. So they compiled that for the first Oxford Dictionary, you know, and there's a film on it.
Oh, God, yeah. I don't remember the name of the film. I can't even remember who was in it, actually. I want to say Michael Gambon was in it, but maybe not.
Okay, I just looked it up, and it's The Professor and the Madman.
Yeah.
With Mel Gibson and Sean Penn.
So, close to being Michael Gambon.
Yeah, so close to being Michael Gambon, yes.
2 Americans.
It's a 2019 biographical drama film, basically.
It was very good, actually.
It was very good, yeah, so you should go watch it if you can, you know, go find it. You know, it's about the guy who got involved, and, you know, he was looking for, like, the etymology of words and the Oxford University Press project.
Yeah.
Which eventually turned into the dictionary. But, yeah, that's so funny that, you know, the Oxford Dictionary, I never knew that.
Oh.
You know, I never knew that they sold it over here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever seen it here.
Yeah, we had all kinds of...
Maybe I have come to think of it.
You know, I'm old, so we had, like, encyclopedias.
I'm old.
We had various dictionaries and Spanish-English dictionaries, and there were just, like, billions of them on our bookshelves, and I don't know, they were all the same thing to me, really, you know?
Yeah, I mean, most of the stuff that in Webster's thing was adopted early on, and, you know, there was, like... Because before Webster... The spellings of stuff were regarded in each country as the universal, you know, there was universal and stuff, you know. So
I
before he came in and said, oh, yes, we need to change this up and make a superior spelling.
We need to put our spin on it.
We need to put our spin on it and make it the superior, you know, it was like one of those things, I guess, where they thought, like,
we need to Americanize this up.
Americanize this up. And that's what happened. I mean, it was adopted in England, too, you know.
Yeah. So I wonder if he's the one, like... You know, when they show old-fashioned, like, movies, or if they set something old-fashioned, it's just like, or even still, they do it if they're being cute, you know?
Yeah.
And it'll be like, ye old corner shop, and it'll be SHOPPE.
Yeah.
I wonder if Webster's the one who dropped the P and the E, and then England was like, yeah, we'll do that as well, actually.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I didn't see
Look up every last thing.
But maybe he did. But I seem to remember there's something in the back of my mind saying, yeah, that was never a spelling of shop.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, someone, I don't know if this was something I read on a forum, so it might be a load of crap. I mean, it was just, I just remember somebody, you know, like, why do they say that? You oldie shoppy, you know?
Oh, yeah, old
O-L-D-E, yeah. And it's just like, and people go, yeah, to make it sound old-timey, but it never was spelt like that back then anyway.
Oh, I don't know.
And people go, oh, you know, it was never spelt like that back then anyway, and it was just...
Someone look it up. Someone listening, look it up and let us know.
Yeah, because we're not looking up anything else right now. We've used up our 1 penny on the internet, and we have lost our privileges now, and that was it. The Professor and the Madman was the last thing we could look up, so you have to do that for us. But yeah, no, I'm sure I read somewhere that someone was like, no, that they never spelt it like that.
Yeah, but they go parlor. That's another thing too. Ice cream parlor, PARLOUR. But is that how you guys spell it? Yeah. So I mean, to us, that's like an old-fashioned, old-timey thing.
That's with a U. I mean, it's like flavor with a U. Then is an old-fashioned spelling then to you.
I guess.
Yeah, because I mean, stuff. I mean, and stuff that I say. You go, oh, my papa used to say that. My granddad used to say that.
Yeah. It's so funny when Dominic and I first met. This is like totally off topic, but when Dominic and I first met and were first like talking and getting to know each other, he would just come out with these things that I had not heard since my grandpa used to say them when I was little. Yeah. You know, and I just associate them with like old men. It's just like nobody says that, you know.
Because I'm an old man with my pipe and my slippers.
And so I just thought, okay, is he being like, you know, like kind of hipster or something, like using these old fashioned words? And
I'd say something. I don't know what I'd say.
You know, well, it was just whatever. It was just like things that you guys still
saying
say
ye old shop.
No, it was just like things that you guys still say in Britain, but just like I never heard anybody except my grandpa say that.
Yeah,
you know,
maybe. Yeah, I can't think of anything.
I'm not trying to imply either that my grandpa was British, but
no, it was just kind of like the old. It's like old slang things.
Yeah, things that were just like hung over from, you know, I guess colonization.
I guess so.
I mean, my grandpa was not that
colonial
old.
Times. But it's just kind of like stuff. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now. But yeah, you know, it's just.
Yeah.
I've said stuff in the past, and she's like, "Oh, that's something that my granddad used to say."
Yeah.
And you know, I thought he was just being hipster, and then you got to Brighton and you heard everyone talking and saying
everybody still says it, yeah. But yeah, so what are some of the words anyway?
Well, the first one I've got up here, I've only got a few up here, you know, because we don't want to bore you with everything. Aluminum and aluminium I mean, that's the same word, means the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's said a little bit differently.
It is said differently, which is not
but that's only because of the I.
the point of this podcast.
It is.
Dominic.
I felt I had to. Well, there you go. Maybe aluminium. I think one of them.
I think we've had this discussion in a podcast before.
Yeah, actually. Aluminium. Yeah, we've talked about words that's spelled differently and stuff
because
before.
That was,
I think,
well, that was something you said to me early on, and
you was like, "What are you saying? What is aluminium?"
I was like, I don't know why. I was like, I do not understand.
I was like,
why
like an aluminium can.
I was like, I don't know why you're pronouncing it like that because there's no extra I in it, and you're just like,
yes, there is.
There is, and I was like, no, there's not. I was like, how are you putting an I in there that doesn't?
Oh my god, here we go. Yeah, I remember this one. I remember this so well. It was on the phone. And I was like, it's like this is, it's just like an aluminium. It's in an aluminium can or something. And you were like, aluminium, what's that? And I was like, aluminium, like an aluminium can, like a Coke can, or it's just aluminium, like the metal. And he's like, it's not spelled, it's not said like that. There's no I in it.
I didn't say it's not said like that because obviously I thought, oh well, that's how you say it in Britain, I guess. But why do you say it like that? Because there's no extra. You're putting an extra I in there.
I was like, no, because there is an extra I in there.
I think though that I did not think you were right until I actually went to Britain and saw a roll of foil and it said aluminium and I was just like, oh, it does have an extra I over here.
She thought I was stupid, everyone. She thought I was just one of these stupid people who just was just like, oh, aluminium and, like... I
was like, oh, cute. You pronounce it, like, wrong.
Yeah. The next one, spelled. You say spelled and it's spelt. And I think I was saying spelt and you were just like, what are you saying?
Yeah, I thought you were just misspelling that as well.
Misspelling it or missaying it because I was saying spelt, Spelt like it,
Yeah, but what's funny is over here...
Because it's spelled over here, SPELLED.
Mm-hmm.
And in Britain, you can say spelled in Britain, but you can also say spelt, which is just SPELT.
Yeah. What's funny, though, is over here, I think you can say, last night I dreamed that da-da-da-da-da.
Dreamt.
Or you can also say dreamt. So that's sort of the same thing as spelled or spelt, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's spilled and spilt.
Yeah. So. There's another
spilt
one too.
Something, yeah.
There's another one I think that you guys say that sounds really wrong, but it's got the T on it, and it seems like that's not right.
I don't know. I mean, it's like I did some research, but it's like coming up with things that we say because I've lived over here now for 10 years, so it's like it's hard for me to kind of go, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. If this was 10 years ago, I'd probably realize. I'd probably go, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, but now. Since I'm around Americans, I'm saying things like that. I'm spelling words like that, just to kind of, because as somebody said on an expat forum, it's like no one's gonna know what the hell you're on about if you're saying all this stuff, like if you're saying like nappies instead of diapers and all that,
Yeah.
But yeah, spilled and spilt.
Spilt, yeah.
Yeah, and then this obviously flavor.
I spilt it. That just sounds wrong.
I spilt me drink.
I spilt it.
I spilt it, didn't I? I spilt it in it.
Yeah,
in it. That was another one, but that's a
different thing.
It's a different thing.
But spilt
it in it, mate.
I spilt the drink. Yeah, I mean some of this stuff, I guess some places in America or some Americans might pronounce it like that. I don't know if they would spell it like that. Spilt. I spilt my drink. It just sounds like you don't know how to say it. I don't know. No, it's spilled.
Aluminium was it? Aluminium, yeah. It's just like, yeah. I mean, flavor and flavor.
Yeah, that's like a classic.
That's a classic because it's just removed the U.
Like color,
favorite.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, that's like, it's just removing a letter, and it's just,
Well, that's what I was talking about.
Because I remember, it's like, oh, you haven't spelt that right. It's like, it's kind of like someone was, FAVORITE,
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, the U, you've left out a U there.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I was talking about earlier when I said that the U being in the word looks very French to me.
Yeah,
know, like,
I mean, well, you know, we were invaded by the Normans.
Like au revoir. And, I mean, that is a totally
1066,
French word,
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, William the Conqueror came over.
Yeah.
I was going to say Robert the Bruce for some reason. I don't know why.
And so is that where it came in? Like that early?
Probably, yeah. It's like,
Huh.
oh yeah, we're going to start saying, you know, that's why they make jokes and like stuff like horrible histories and stuff, you know, like, oh yeah, it's like, oh, you're going to start saying stuff like cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
And rendezvous, you know, and all
Yeah.
these French little things, you know.
Yeah. Do you guys use cul-de-sac in Britain?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Cul-de-sac. Yeah, cul-de-sac, you know, so, you know, because some people say it other ways, you know.
So, okay, favor. This is like a little bit weird of a thing. What about, does the company that exists over here, Favor, where they'll run and get you things, sort of like Uber Eats or just any of those things. They'll go and pick up things for you and deliver it to you like a courier.
Yeah.
Does that exist in Britain, I wonder?
I don't know. Yeah,
and if it does,
Favor,
do they put a U in it?
Probably. They probably do. But maybe they don't because, you know, it's just like, oh yeah, just not going to mess with that, you know, because people know what it is. But it's just like, but, you know, I can see Brits seeing Favor and thinking, favor.
What does that mean?
What's favor? I was like, oh, it sounds Spanish, doesn't it?
Favor.
Yeah, so, because it is Spanish.
That's where it comes from.
It's all Spanish, yeah.
Ah.
You know, favor and, you know.
Yeah.
Favore.
Huh, interesting.
Yes. Analyze and analyze. I mean, they're the same thing. You know,
yeah, you guys love to change all the Z's to S's and everything.
Yes.
Yes.
Or the Z's to S's. Because that's what they're called. They're called Z's, you know. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
What are some other words that you do that in? Just changing Z's to S's. It drives me kind of crazy, actually. Oh, realize.
Criticize, you know. Yeah.
I don't know. It makes me crazy. That one particularly. More so than anything else because it just looks so wrong.
Well, let me tell you something.
Do you pronounce it like criticize?
Criticize. Yeah, it's just like...
Realize.
Yeah. No, because for the longest time, I thought you'd spell greasy like greasy.
Greasy, because people pronounce it like greasy.
So it's very greasy. I think your mother says it sometimes, greasy. It's very greasy. And I'm just like, are you saying it like with a Z or a Z?
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, no, it's spelt with an S. It's like, well, it's greasy then, isn't it?
It's greasy, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you know.
I don't say greasy.
Because imagine the film Grease said Grease.
Yeah.
Grease. I'm going to watch Grease now. Grease, go Grease Lightning, go Grease Lightning, you know. It's greasy.
I don't think my mom says greasy.
Yeah, I've seen her. I've seen her. I've heard her say it a couple of times. I mean, years ago.
I say greasy, definitely.
Greasy. It's very greasy. You know, you say we're putting S where the Z or the Z is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
You're putting an S where the C is supposed to be. Defense. Or defense.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's a slight thing. I mean, you pronounce it slightly different, some people.
Well, that's in Texas, isn't it? Defense.
So got to get up the defense there.
Defense and offense? Do you put a C in offense also?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Get out.
Yes. It's a criminal offense to not do it.
Just get out.
Yeah, I mean, it's spelt with an S over here and spelt with a C, so it's defense, you know, like the Ministry of Defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Defense. Yeah.
Yes. And there's also another thing over here where it kind of makes more sense in the American way, I've got to say. Like things like center.
Mm-hmm.
And we changed the last two letters around, so it's like when you spell it center. But it was spelt that way over here in a road, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because you spelt it, and I said, oh, you spelt it the British way, because the British way is spelled C-E-N-T-R-E.
Yeah.
And, you know, the Americans just like C-E-N-T-E-R.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's over here, it's like, oh, I spelled it like, oh, you put the, you know,
You guys do it with theater also.
Yes, theater.
Yeah. That's sort of like, I think that's, again, like, old-fashioned. Like, we think of that as old-fashioned, or maybe like a fancy way of doing it.
I think that came from, like, the French, too.
With the R-E.
Yeah, the R-E, yeah.
Yeah. There's another one.
But no, you would do it because you used to work on a place. I think it was Center Park or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was spelt that way. It was spelt the British way, and I was like, oh, you spelt it the British way, and you were like, no, that's just how it's spelt.
I didn't say that's how it's spelt.
Yes, you did. You said spelt. Because you're very British now.
No,
Goodbye.
I think we do that like as just a cutesy way of doing it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's like old fashioned, or it's like kind of a fancy European type way to do it. You know what I mean?
It's pretentious.
Like there's probably a Center Park somewhere else, you know.
Yes.
With spelled
so
like we spell.
we just need to, like, you know,
differentiate the streets. Yeah. There's another one you don't have on your list, and I'm trying to think now.
What don't I have on my list?
I don't think it's just the...
Leave my list alone.
I don't think it's just the spelling. Maybe it's the pronunciation, though, which is maybe why you didn't include it. The word pajamas.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
you say pajamas.
We say pajamas. My pajamas.
With a Y?
Pajamas. Pajamas.
We put Pyjamas. Py.
Yeah.
Pajamas.
It's like pajamas. My pajamas.
Pajamas, yeah. Pajamas.
Pajamas, yeah.
Like bananas.
And we say like it's P-A, but we pronounce it like P-U.
Pajamas? You put your pajamas on? Pajamas and pajamas. Pajamas are a weird, it's a weird word, isn't it? Where did that come from?
No, when you one time typed that to me, I have to put my pajamas on. Yeah, I just thought...
I'm going to put my pajamas on.
I didn't think you were stupid, but I just thought he does not know how to spell or something. I really don't know.
And it's like you hadn't talked to many British people before.
No,
then, obviously.
I mean,
on
anybody
the internet.
anybody who's listened,
and
to
they're
this
all out there.
Anybody who's listened to this podcast for a while knows that, like, I didn't have that much interest in Britain before I got to know you. It's just like I was like fascinated by Italy. I wanted to go to Italy.
She wanted to go to Italy for the favore.
So I spoke to Italian people online. Like,
yes,
I didn't know that much about Britain, you know, which I think is why this podcast is a thing, because we're able to call upon those memories, you know, of like me thinking you were just misspelling all these
misspelling
words,
things and mispronouncing things and putting extra I's in things. It's like, what is that? What are you talking about? What are you talking about over there?
Oh my God. Memories.
Well, it is, you know, because it was, you know, I was just like, oh, I'm going to put my pajamas now. And I don't remember you saying anything to me, except if I'd said it again.
Rude, am I?
Well, sometimes you go, why are you spelling it like that? Why you say, you know, you would sometimes say, why are you saying it like that?
Yeah.
It's just like, because that's how it's said. It's like, why are you saying it like that? You know? I mean, I knew why, because I'd grown up with American movies and TV shows, and I'd heard all this before, but I guess you hadn't, you know?
No.
Yeah.
I was just living in my little bubble.
You were living in your little American Texas bubble, weren't you? Not knowing how to spell pajamas.
Oh my God. You spelt pajamas wrong.
You spelt pajamas wrong. How dare you?
God. But
How dare you, sir?
It took me actually going to Britain to believe you on the aluminum thing, because I just swore
there were so many things that, you know, like Way Out and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, well, that's like a different
topic. It's a different topic, yeah, but yeah.
There's a lot of spelling things, like obviously...
The little man running.
Don't tell them about the little man running.
The little man running was her favorite thing ever.
Obviously. This is a very short list. There are
There's more, yeah, but
plenty of other things.
There's plenty of other things, but they're mainly like flavor and favor.
They're just variations of
the thing, you know, like, you know, candor.
Like we said before with the S's.
Harbor.
Harbor, yeah. They spell it with a U in some places over here, though.
That's another thing. Key. I was saying key. And I said it the other day. I was like, oh, it's on the key.
Yeah.
And you're like, what is a key?
I was always saying quay.
Quay.
Yes. Anytime you would type it to me, I read quay.
Yeah, no, and it's funny because some British people...
I was born in Torquay. Like, okay, Torquay,
So, you know, some people's like... Yeah, I remember a kid I used to go to school with in Wales said that. Mm-hmm. Called it Torquay. And I was like, it's a key. That's how it's said.
I don't know what a key is.
It's a stone thing with ships come on.
Because, we say the Florida Keys, and I'm pretty sure we spell it like Keys.
Yeah.
So when you say it's a key, I'm like, that is not how you spell key.
It is. It's key.
I'm sorry if I'm shouting, you guys, but I get very passionate about these things.
Yes, key. A key is like a harbor, kind of like it's a dock, basically, what a key is.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like a dock.
I thought it was like kind of like a bay.
No.
It's a dock?
It's a dock, yeah.
Huh.
On the quay.
Yeah.
You know? Meaning on the key. It's like the stone.
Don't move your hand. They can't see you.
It's a stone, like structure that's like, built to receive like cargo and stuff like that from ships and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta go.
We've got to go.
We're like way off topic.
Way off topic and way over time.
Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in.
And thank you for standing on the quay and waiting for us.
Listening to our complete madness. I don't even know sometimes.
Don't even know. It's getting dark here now.
It's dark. It's like
lights are getting low.
Sun's getting real low. Thank you for tuning in to our craziness. We appreciate you listening. We appreciate your support. We appreciate you sharing this podcast with your friends, telling everybody you know about it, helping us spread the word and grow our audience. We appreciate all of the things that you do.
So thank you very much, everybody.
Yeah. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.